What's going on, everybody? Joshua Tree back with another video. In this particular video, I just want to share another method of how you can cleanse your energy, especially if you've been in a large crowd or, been hugging people, dapping off people. Of course, I have a playlist of different ways you can cleanse your energy. This is another way you can do it, and just simply just using sage. So just before I get into that, just wanted to share a little bit of my experience yesterday. And I found out that this is also a powerful way that you can cleanse your energy without taking a quick shower or even a spiritual bath. All right. So yesterday, this is a little FYI. So let's just get into this video. All right. So yesterday is a little FYI for people who don't know. I do stay in the New Orleans area. And so right now we have a French Quarter Fest going on. And so, of course, I was around a lot of people. Now, for people who follow my channel, I have shared with you various different tools and techniques to help you cleanse your energy. So while I was out there in the French Quarter area, I forgot, yes, I forgot, to do my zip up technique, which I shared in a previous video that I had just made recently. But basically, the video is something like dealing with identifying thought forms for empaths. But the zipping technique of you zipping up your aura, I forgot to do that. So when I was out there in the French quarters yesterday, what I did was immediately when I realized it, right, I just zipped up my energy right there while I was out there. Instantly felt the shift. All right. So that was one protection layer. Of course, I'm still talking to people, hugging people, whatever. And so when I got home later that night, I have the tendency that sometimes I don't like taking showers, not like in a dirty type of way, but like I don't be won't take no. I'll be clean, like I'll be feeling clean. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really take a shower every night. You know what I'm saying? Uh, don't judge me for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure your ass do it too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I didn't decide to take a shower last night, but I knew I needed to take a shower because I was out and about in a large crowd. But I was like, you know what? I might just use my sage because I was watching a movie. I didn't want to get out of my zone of watching a movie. So I grabbed my sage and I started cleansing myself as I was watching a movie. So this is something I want to share with you guys. Of course, I have my sage right here. It's already lit. And so what you can do, especially if you are emotionally sensitive and can feel energy, an easy way to cleanse your energy is first and foremost when you light this sage, let it just naturally go out. Now, sometimes it don't go out. Sometimes you gotta put some water on it or go outside and kind of damp it out. But don't have it so lit. You know what I'm saying? Just have a little bit of it lit so it can just naturally go out. The duration of how long that is lit is how long you should cleanse your energy field. So I might have had it lit. It probably was lit for like 15, 20 minutes and eventually went out on its own. All right. So say, for instance, you don't want to take a spiritual bath or just take a shower. Because like I said, showers can also help purify your energy field. Say, for instance, you just want to use sage when you get home and that's it. What I did was, of course, me dapping all people and things like that is, of course, I hover the sage over my hands. I do that until I feel a shift or I feel like it's good enough in terms of both hands. And then, of course, I trace my whole entire body and I sage every aspect of myself. Okay, let me back this up a little bit. All right. And so with that being said, I do all that. Sage up at the top. I do a lot of swirls, bunch of whirlwind swirls. That's good to help shift the energy as well. So I do a lot of it in this particular fashion. Now, I noticed that and like I said, I can feel energy very well. So I can tell what different areas of my body needs more cleansing than others. And so let's say, for instance, you was doing a lot of hugging, right? Let's say that's what you were doing, right? Bring the sage to the areas where you felt like you had the most contact with people. So I felt I had the most contact in the chest. So that's why I did a lot of my saging at. And so when this sage is lit, what you can do is allow some of the smoke to build up in your hands and then gradually flap it or gradually brush it or gradually swipe it into the chest area. Just like that. Right now I'm shifting. Okay, just like that. And you're cupping this sage energy. It's all energy. You're cupping it and you just bringing it to your chest or you bringing it to the areas where you felt like you need the most cleansing. okay? The more that you do this, the more you'll start to feel yourself feeling lighter. It's freaking powerful. Also, what you can do is once you have, let's say, cleanse that area by just constantly bringing the smoke to you and kind of like flapping it. The next thing you could do is, of course, and I shared this in one of my other videos as well, but I'm going to share it again. Bring your hands up to the top and come down. All right. And then flick out. Flick it out. Act as if you are literally cleansing a dirty aura. Okay. And you just come out, you come down and keep flickering it out. Keep flickering it out. Even in your chest area, in your arms, you can just go like this and flick it out and just keep flicking it out. And then have the sage right here. I have the sage right here. And you kind of use it as if you're like hand sanitizing your hands, right? You put your hands back over it, come back over it, flick it out. Flick it out. And just keep doing that. But like I said, do it for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Don't just do a quick look. Be very intentional. Intention is everything. Don't do none of this if you're not having intention. Apply attention before you apply action. Okay. Be very intentional that you're cleansing your aura. All right. And so, like I said, put your hands over the sage. Allow that smoke to build up in your hands. Come over it. And just start from the crown down all the way to your feet. Another thing that you can do is, while I was, of course, watching my movie doing this type of stuff, because at this point, it's kind of like something that's natural for me. I got up and I also shook my body around. So basically get up and just do this free flow, this shaking energy. Just get up and just do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Crunk that motherfucker, whatever you gotta do. Just shake it out. Just shake it out. Do that. Just keep shaking. And you're going to feel energy start to be picked up. And you're going to start to feel energy start to generate in your body. Another thing, add to that, is start beating different parts of your body. Start pounding different parts of your body, okay? Clap your hands, because you want to activate your energy body, right? So you can just like beat all areas of your body, from your chest to your feet, back on up. Okay? And like I said, just keep shaking. Get up. Just keep shaking. Do it up. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Lil Jon. Whoever you listen to. Whoever get you crunk. Whatever. Do all that. All right? Get that energy to move. Because a lot of times when you're in contact with different people, it's a stagnated energy that's just sitting in that area. So you want to get that energy to move. You want to get it to flow. You want to get it to process. Okay? And go back over yourself. And like I said, if you can feel energy in your hands, you'll start to feel that it's getting more subtle and more subtle and more subtle. In the beginning, it might feel real heavy. But eventually you start to feel like, okay, this is light. I'm not feeling too much. The way I'm able to tell if I've, let's say, contracted or took in someone's energy is when I go to sleep at night. When I go to sleep at night, I normally have some type of dreams that I don't normally have, or I feel conflicted for no goddamn reason. And I know my body very well. I know my energy field, so I know that's not the energy that's mine. And so last night, I slept like a goddamn baby. I'm talking about 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? No nook in my mouth. I ain't had no nook in my mouth. But I slept like a baby last night. And so I say that to say is that you don't have to take a shower, even though it's hygienic, right? I'm not saying don't take a shower, you know what I'm saying? But for this particular video, if you just want a quick 1-2, 1-2, you can definitely use the sage, all right? This bad boy is, this right here is a saver. It can save you from a lot of shit. So I highly recommend you guys get into the practice of utilizing sage more and being more intentional. And of course, I feel like you guys are already doing it because you're following the channel and we all have the same resonance. But just in case you have not been doing it, definitely don't forget your sage. Now, this is a special type of sage. I got this from a shop. You can see that it's blue, so it has a bit of a different energy to it. Of course, there's so many different sages out there, so I definitely recommend that you choose one that is like in resonance with your energy field, that you feel is a powerful tool component to your cleansing. And that's it. That's it. That's all we're doing. We're just going to keep it simple. We're just going to keep it simple. So just to recap, take that energy wherever you felt it at the most in your body in terms of what you've been doing. If you've been doing a lot of arm hugs, regular hugs, daps, or just being in a lot of people different. In like, you know, when you go in crowded areas, you got to go in between people. You got to go in between two people holding each other's hands. All that is aura. You're picking up all the aura. All that shit just coming all on you. That's why I said it's important that you shut down your aura field when you go into large crowds, so you won't be taking in all that shit. But boom, you know what I'm saying? Once you know that you're in those type of spaces, it is your responsibility to make sure you cleanse yourself. It is your responsibility to make sure you cleanse yourself. Please do that. Boom. Once you do that, like I said, grab that sage and just start taking in that smoke, cupping in the smoke, taking in the smoke, put all throughout your body. It's damn near like you're taking a shower. You know what I'm saying? Call it a sage shower. It's like you're taking the smoke and your sage in your shower, your body, however you want to look at it. All right. And then, like I said, use them hands, flicker out from head to toe. Ba, 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 ba. Get that energy moving, get that energy moving. You can tell I ain't drank no coffee, but I'm hyped right now. Get that energy moving, get that energy moving, and then boom. All right. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm leave off on that note. Let me know if you guys have practiced this, or if you guys have seen the power what sage can do. Also, drop in the comment, what is y'all toolkit for like cleansing energy? Because I'm always trying to learn something. Let me just tell this too, for all my people who do follow me. I appreciate everyone who's followed me on this channel. But also know that I be want to learn some shit too. So when I be saying y'all drop a comment, I be want to learn. I be want to know what y'all got. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, I learn just the way y'all learn. I pick up a book, I do some research, but I'm also interested in what y'all know, because I'm also trying to evolve my goddamn self. So on that note, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys got going on in y'all world, squirrel. And on that note, I'm gonna let y'all go. Peace.